to future generations so that no one may ever again dare to. A final plea to God. The Wraths of Governor Claxon's Prayers by Alpha Amadou Diallo, author Monopoly of Happiness, Unveiling Sierra Leone's Social Imbalance. Voiceover by Weard. In the name of politics, power, and personal gain, the very soul of Sierra Leone has been ravaged. We have witnessed generation after generation of politicians, civil servants, and so-called leaders shamelessly tearing this nation apart, one deceitful decision at a time. From the moment of independence to the present, those in governance, past and present, have systematically undermined the potential of this country. Today, I invoke the prayer of Governor Claxon as a clarion call for divine justice upon those who have willfully contributed to the destruction of Sierra Leone. Governor Claxon's prayer. May those who pillage and plunder from the sweat of their brothers and sisters be cursed with the fruits of their own greed. May their wealth turn to ashes, their joy turn to mourning, and their peace be replaced with endless turmoil. Let their descendants inherit not riches, but the blood-stained misery they have sowed. And for every lie told, every opportunity squandered, and every trust betrayed, may their punishment be as endless as their deception. This prayer is a solemn and damning plea, one that seeks to lay bare the consequences of selfishness and betrayal. To the civil servants, political leaders, and accomplices who have undermined the development of Sierra Leone, heed these words, for the day of reckoning is upon you. There is no denying that many civil servants in Sierra Leone have operated under the weight of low wages. But let us not pretend that this justifies the greed, corruption, and sabotage that have marred the civil service. Too many have taken the state's resources for themselves, undermining national progress to secure a future only for their families. To you, Governor Claxon's prayer is not just a curse, it is your well-deserved punishment. How many times have we heard civil servants complain of low wages, only to see them manipulate the system for their own benefit? Instead of working to better the conditions of all Sierra Leoneans, they have chosen to engage in bribery, embezzlement, and deliberate inefficiency. To these men and women, I say, may you reap the rewards of your bad work. The nation suffers because of your selfish desires, and it is time for the wrath of Governor Claxon's prayer to rain down upon you and your descendants yet unborn. May your ill-gotten gains be the very trouble that will deny you peace, not only in this life, but in the hereafter. No president, past or present, can escape the judgment embedded in Governor Claxon's prayer. From Sir Milton Margai to the present administration under Julius Maada Bio, each leader has played a role in either actively contributing to the downfall of Sierra Leone or passively allowing corruption to thrive. You who have ripped the nation's coffers for personal gain, you who have hoarded wealth while your people starve, may your unlawful deeds haunt you. To President Julius Maada Bio, I place you and your family under the weight of this prayer. The corruption, deception, and unholy alliances formed under your leadership have wreaked havoc on the very people you swore to protect. Your administration has presided over an era of broken promises and unmet expectations. The suffering of the Sierra Leonean people is undeniable, and for that, may the wrath of Governor Claxon's prayer be upon you. May the spoils you have ripped from the state's coffers become the very curse that brings endless trouble into your life and legacy. O Lord, I call upon you to answer Governor Claxon's prayer. Bring down your wrath not only upon President Julius Maada Bio and his cronies, but also upon every political figure and civil servant who has contributed to the destruction of this country. May their corruption
Good morning, and welcome to a program where we call Cool Yes Right, and we are on YouTube and on Facebook so we can discuss issue with the front page of the different newspaper that they plan to do for the morning. After we can now look at what's in at the front page of the paper, then we can kind of bring people inside where they can help we follow talk on the different issue there. So something in there we can talk on issue where the paper they not touch on, but we feel say very much important for we talk on that one day. So today we already don't get we guess the way they come inside. Saful for join we follow we discuss the issue. First, make us see waiting day at the front page of the different newspaper then. And as they do that, please, your responsibility now for make sure say you like, share, comment, and then if you not subscribed to the journey for the first time, please make sure say you subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And then there's the so we all be agree on what we need for the contribute for keep the program going. Anyhow it be, empty bag not the map. Anyhow it be, we as well get who that say with the cut for lay themselves the happy for the help free for make we get what we get. So we say let we create what we call membership. YouTube already gets that membership subscription day. In other words, where you press that subscription day, you go they contribute to a small thing every month. For example, we all decide now so say what we for do. Majority go with 5. But other people them say let we go with 10 euros. Some other people them say no, let we left them open and then we can give anything we want for give. We can give more, we can give what it. But YouTube make them and not just the left so for open. We get things the way you tag them to. So we don't choose 2. We choose 2 where we still waiting, we all agree. €5 and €10. So anyone where you feel say you go to able for give. Remember say this not a monthly something where you go to give every month small thing €5 every month. And once you don't choose one, you will get some time before you graduate to the other one. In other words, you upgrade. Yeah. So no means say when you don't choose 5, you know go change 10. No means say you don't choose 10, later you know go change to 5. It left to you how you feel say you came for do. But this is a monthly something where you go to give small thing as top member, and then you will get some benefit them certain things and the way we will get for the send out. When I added responsibility, when I una will get for the C and force, or now you get some things that when I wanna normal get for the C, we all get for the discourse, waiting in una intend for what we do, how wanna feel so for doing something, and they wanna input the fun part of the program. So now the benefits in that one day, you honestly, as you say membership, you really they show say you na real family member where they make your input into the program. So now that one day, this day for not a week creator on YouTube. And interestingly, then there's now we all belong time for work camp together. But few things that they will be need for put in place. Where myself not be sabi, but I don't put them in place now. And then waiting YouTube don't do where we don't done all things, you they send them to them, and then they watch them, then they review everything for make sure say and not get anything when I hate speech, and not get anything when we could provoke violence or any other thing. So we don't send them to them, then don't review them. And the good news now, they don't approve them. The good news, they don't approve them. Yes, they don't approve them. But we get a deal. We get, agreement, arrangement, say, we not for pull and do. We will only pull and do on the 20th of this month. On the 20th of this month. And we look at who that's or who's I don't know how to put them. The first 200 people then we will actually be part of the member. We look at them and then we can see what we can do at the end of the day. So, but they don't approve them. And the good thing now they and this now waiting and say reward dedicated viewers with members only live stream. But we not go do live stream for members only. Because at the same time, in as much as you get some people we get the upper hand for help, you get other people who are not go able for help. So we not left nobody behind. So we not go ever, let me make it clear. We not go ever do live stream only for members. We not go ever do them. But in other words, then get where if we want for do them, we go do them, but we not go ever do them because not because somebody they support we go take this up pass this other one. We all are family members then. Just that we still need support. And then they get to give your top viewers a VIP experience, and a new way to support your channel with a feature that lets you go from a public to a members only live stream. Turn on channel membership and try it out. So we go turn the membership up, but we not go do live stream only for members then. We no go ever do them. That's not the intention. We not come do this program for get money. We go on for let people understand. So we not go greedy. The other people that we not able for do, we not go ever do them. But with the turn on the membership, if you feel say one for the support week monthly, you're welcome. So that now wait I want just pass to now. Thank you very much. We'll go straight and begin look at the paper that inside the program. The first paper we look at inside the program this morning are the Eye Opener newspaper, where say on a left way shape the power. SLPP and APC fight over power sharing. And the next one now the Daybreak newspaper. Over Shalima monopoly on TVS Keke and TVS bike import. Big protest await Shalima. And you as well get Chief Minister raises high points on Salon's global leadership. SLPP Deputy National Chairman initiates massive cleaning at our party headquarters. And they get traction at this paper as well. The next one are the Spectator newspaper. World Bank green light 40 million grant for Sierra Leone. Fatima Bio applauds Guinea-Bissau and President UN support. And you as well get SLP transition from force to service. Part 1, a new era of policing in Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, ECOWAS forged partnership to strengthen education. The next one are the Voice of Salon newspaper. APC plans protest over PR and redistricting system. Government yet to confirm seizure of Kush manufacturing site in Fuabe College. In Fuabe. And then you as well get bringing their services closer to member. NACIT take bold digitization step. And you as well get with APC in power, Sierra Leone to benefit from $250 billion Nigeria-South Africa pension fund. The Salon Compass newspaper, betrayal. Parliament mute as Shalima plunders Salon. And you as well get BNB Storm London unveils 2028 vision. The next one on the Independent Observer newspaper, as Kush death rise, Freetown City Council picks up 220 corpses. And you also get Dr. Alice Taylor, the hidden gem at Connaught Eye Hospital, as Baker wins 546,000 Leone's Mercury International dishes out 731,000 to football betting do. And then we go to the next one, Sky Times newspaper. In Tonkoli and Bombali, LRMG boost education. And NACIT, RSLAF partner on mission possible to boost member welfare. And you as well get Youth Minister leads bold fight against Kush and empowers youth. DG Masako transforms NCRA into a pillar of national development. The next one are the Concord Times newspaper, where it's a killer Kush. FCC collect 220 drugs-related corpses. And then 4 men granted bail for alleged fraudulent conversion. Police officer girlfriend remanded for alleged drug possession. And you as well get, after 4,000 free treatment, HAO says older people still neglected. The Future newspaper say APC heads to court. Salon to host PAH 2027 and Alassane Bar boost and pupils. And you as well get government losses 400 billion leones and EDSA owes NIA billions. The next one are the Success newspaper. EGTC delights. EGTC DG highlights challenges of the company at the fiscal year 2025. Chairman Bondo tops APC Potloko District chairmanship, and government announces 2 megawatt project at Civic Day series in USA. The next one are the Oracle newspaper. Over electoral justice claims, President Bio exposes Samoa Kamara of misleading the public. Dr. Richard Content strengthening international ties with visits to Pennsylvania state capital. DG Masako champion inclusive registration for every Sierra Leonean. Eastern Police Division clears the restore safety to Kariad Mbela Market operation led by DSP Septimus Siaka Vandi. The next one of the Africa 24 newspaper, India and Sierra Leone strengthening ties, embarrassing. And UNOPS abandoned dog rose. And inside this paper, you get fake and ghost and consultants in parliament and MDAs, and bad precedent will not help our country. Clock tower turns into dumb sides. The Whisper newspaper say they do drugs and die daily. Europe most wanted drug lord Chubby Joes becomes a dad in Sierra Leone. And the Mnet newspaper, NACIT unveiled 2025 customer service week for RSLAF. Parliament commemorates Cyber Security Month. And SLP educate Gaia market women against child labor. And you as well get Carl Sierra Leone wraps up community outreach session to enhance justice for SGBV survivors. The exclusive newspaper say I go win the 2026 delegate convention. APC go win 2028 election. Dr. Ibrahim Bangura, Justice Stephen versus Edwina Jamiru. High Court orders DNA test to determine paternity and open missive to the president. And with SLPP government, Kailan people angry. The Night Watch newspaper say Bo resident blast bill for bad township roads, and APC in deep crisis management. Dr. Lokiko Mahonored at 2025 African Cultural Night Awards. Now all the people in this way we get inside the program this morning, and of course, and we hear or see one sad information yesterday for one member of parliament when Honorable Dua we end up for crash inside one road accident and lost a life, not a sport. So so this is the latest we get. And from waiting at the scene at the social media, I think the one we close with them, but all the member of parliament same from the post them we see. Now, Honorable AKK, we see in terms of inspiration, in terms of different other things, then very much close. And we from the post them and all thing, you feel the pain, where it actually they go through right now. So one for say us to the family, of Honorable Dua and in loved ones them as well. But I always they say this: let God direct we don't left for let we do the right things then, so that tomorrow they will talk good things them about we. So that tomorrow we don't go, people are going for say, hey, we don't miss this kind of policy also. And that's we all the pray for. Well, I always like for say, let God give you good ending. I know Sabia talk and fine. By the way, I don't make I don't scared for talk the word. Can call up Tamatesa. I don't know if not so. Let God give good ending. But still, here we go and see where we get inside the program this morning. We actually don't get, we three guests them we don't join me inside the program. I only see one week inside the other one then because I be read the paper. I don't notice how they come, but I will call them interestingly by how they very close to me now the screen. And the first person we come inside the program that Leona Siam, and name na Mia Dumbuya. Mia Dumbuya na be one time police, senior police officer, and now I'm a politician. It helps me inside the program. If I let we make people understand, so now I'm a politician. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Pierre. Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
And we as well, I don't know who that first come, but I will take him after me, and where they see next. Now, Abdul Hassan Faki. Abdul Hassan Faki, Kush and Kabo. Morning.
Mr. Pierre, good afternoon. People of Salon, wherever on a day, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Auntie Mira Dumbuya, how are you doing?
And then we get the other person inside the program. Well, a name, also name as well. One thing before I bring this person inside, sometimes then now this can make I can talk, say, even with self-wasted lawyer, sometimes then when some people we talk something where some people don't like, then they give we every bang in our face. If not to say where we can strong, we can jack and team up back. Because that's why it's all starting time. The when person talk with you like, for them not the best person, when talk with you not left, for them not the worst person. We see them recently with even Ajibu. A lot of people like the way I analyze issue, but the minute where it touch on honest by my issue, oh my God, Lord and angel, that be the worst person that day, and not the worst person for now for a lot of other people. All right, so the person where we get inside the program this morning, good morning, sir. Me not too small for actually the call is so times. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
Okay, sir.
Abdul Hassan Faki. Good morning, Nira Dumbuya. You don't taste more, not see you, but
I know.
catch up again today.
Sure, thank you.
Okay, so this is the three people where we get inside the program this morning for we come and discuss the different issues them as we don't already put them down for let we see. Today we want to focus on something very much important inside the program. So let's start with you, Alphonsus Bani from Human Rights Defenders Network. For what we don't see and we don't put down from the calculation what we don't do, based on assumption, but based on the figures them where we don't get. For example, In less than 10 months inside this 2025, Freetown City Council say they don't beg 220 Kush related deaths. Yeah, as all this be Western Rural District Council, same way so say they don't beg 150 Kush victim them where then they left na treat for die. Now this them na just the one the way they die na treat oh, and this way you put your two together, it don't make 370 body them where they don't left na streets where don't die. And this now for just 2 districts, Western Urban and Western Rural. When you put these two together, it pass the number of people them where die during the COVID and during the monkeypox inside Sierra Leone. It passed the total number because for COVID we talk about 126 total we die, and then we talk about I think 20 we don't die from monkeypox. And all of them too there will make reference to now emergency things then. Okay, well the COVID we will say now be waiting pandemic. But this one the monkeypox now serious national issue. So when you put the COVID and you put the monkeypox, this Kush alone, just the one that where they don't bang that teeth, not the one that we die in our house, where they die in our hospital, where the people them care about, where we don't know the figure. The question now for you, you think say we for take this thing very serious, the government need for step up the game, the government need for declare, this thing as a very serious national crisis? Alphonsus.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, indeed, I think the records I would see from the report of the Freetown City Council and the Western Rural District Council is very alarming. And it suggests the rate at which push they threaten future generations or they undermine the security of the states. It don't become so alarming that it needs an urgent action by all sectors of government, the executive, parliament, and the judiciary. They need for step up. And I strongly believe that the Kush itself will not become an issue of an emergency. The president, sometime back with the talk, with the, I think tried for clarifying as an emergency. But they need for declare immediately as something where they affect the society, and then declare the issue of Kush as an health emergency. We will give the government and other state institutions for act immediately. The concern I get is that the emergency we get for coming, if then they would declare an emergency on Kush, the concern will be solely be that they're not for target the end users of Kush. Because these are consumers and they are the victims. They not for become double victims again. We for try for look at the root cause and whether they bring can in. So the channel, the producers and the importers will become the target, not other than the end users. We already don't become victims. So that I'm a concern. Why would they push? Some of them they push for an emergency for be declared, but government for take a proactive step for target the roots, not to outside the person for them, but outside working foot.
Okay, I come to you, Miga, but before that one day, my producer just they tell me say this person way na the honorable me will die. Now be the person we wait for host one team where we call them even they on drip. But if they really want to talk to some people, even when they on drip, me been tell them say no, please take your treatment and make sure say you be okay before we discuss. But unfortunately, that be the end. We don't ever talk again until we don't hear here now, so we don't die. Well, let God have mercy if you don't make any mistake. Yes, Mira, let's come over to you. What do you say think, the way how, take into consideration what Alphonsus don't say, and the way our government really they handle the issue of Kush inside the country?
Frankly, I don't think it's an issue we even need for debates about is anytime we lives then they at stake. Especially the future generation, the government don't need for be told, for be informed, say, and for act. We get all the ministries of health, the ministries of youth, one of the things that they do, and social welfare, one of the 3 ministries who I think say for get involved in this, with the mayor in office, obviously. Because if we see, say, this they happen, immediately the government did not start. It's a good place where they say, this now emergency, as Alfonso just say. But I think they've run back up the words with action, declaring it as an emergency, and creating a response mechanism, bringing things on board, like how we do for COVID, like how they do for, how they call monkeypox and Ebola. They need to not set a team, or the same team will be there, including now the health and other mayor in office, for being come together for respond. Because this time the future generation will talk about. If we don't tell they lost them, how will we even use them for making build the country? Because they get the trend and they forget the sense and wisdom for take after the current leaders them, or for even take after the outgoing generation, and then they can. But if we saw they sit down and just respond when pick the body at street and then give data about it without making something strategic or being tactical about it, then there's a cause for concern. And as I agree with what Alfonso say, it should not only be victim-centered. But things for be victim-centered, where for the treatment, we get like a treatment center, clearly all from the streets, we then come to the center, get doctors for them, and then not release them until they don't kill. That is one. But the main focus, other focus for be a tongue approach, how you get coin, we get back and front. So the one side for be addressing the victims them, curing them, bringing them from the street and treating them, and secondly, for go after the suppliers and manufacturers them. And they're very, very serious. I feel them because there was a time where citizens get zeal for giving names them. Yeah, we not say some people go lie per person, people might, there's a possibility, but they're saying anything with an allegation. If also make allegation, the police will take and serious and look into them. But we also say kind of just like Augustine, the poor that is stop. No more people they give information again because then they feel afraid to say they like be threatened. So this is a cause for concern where the government will really take serious and address them. Because this is our future with the future generation of the lawsuit.
If I can go back to something before I count Hassan Faki inside, with this particular slogan there, we have been developed. I hope say I will catch up with them. Okay, so the chant go like this: who feeds the poison, the ones in power, obeys our youth, the silent state. So take me through this one as well.
Well, this time just shows I just say this not happen, the government silence. And in anything where something they happen, we're serious. Then even people with the watch on because you get power for speak, you get power for you not do anything, and are all responsible for the death of the picking them when they die soon. Because one, the government we don't don't win election if we win them, yes, we say on our responsibility on a day for take care of everybody, not only party members or only sect of a community. The whole country for be taken care of their owner. So if I see something went wrong, when I see people they suffer or they die, now our responsibility. What will get Ministry of Health for? What are they doing? We're not seeing anything. What will get Ministry of Youth for? Because the youth population they affected. No, it's not. So yes, that slogan they then chance and they point finger at the government say, now on our fault. Because one will get the power for treat them here. Will get the power for put a stop so the manufacturing and supply of Kush in the country. But you're not doing it, so we are blaming them. And it not only that. For me and you as citizens them, when they feel wrong, but we become silent because either they affect our family members them, or because we the benefit indirectly from the government, so we want anything for me to be affected or for me not vexed by we. So the blame is on the government and citizens who have seen and being silent about it.
Okay, so like I'm with you, Abdul Hassan Faki. Abdul Hassan Faki, what do you think? What do you take on the Kush issue inside the country? How serious this don't be to Salon people? You said things in a crisis. The government they do much.
Yeah, a very big crisis, and like some of we live, and then the president. You know, like see, okay, factors they make Kush
If you still watch the program, but that's not fucking the story with the line. The internet, not they give them free flow at all. They make
Go into drugs. Okay. Clear now?
No, you're not clear yet. You get me?
Me get you clear.
Yeah, you get me now clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make it try again. Please, you can take all over again because we'll not be again it easy. Please go ahead.
So, as an anti-drug campaigner for over 20 years or 25 years experience. And so I understand what's that drug and what hard drugs and what make people go inside. So we get the factors and where people go inside drug abuse. And the factors and then the existence alone, more than big towns, even though the between for filter down to the small, even the small villages. One thing we make people that go into drugs now, like frustration, misguided youth, you're misguided, and peer pressure. Like I said, I'm not going to go to all that at this moment. I just give them feel then lack of parental control. Some man they born picking them. They know the men. They say no local side go for long. Local side force your bucket food. Honestly, Salona country we don't reach the time. Auntie Mira been in the police force now. Rise. She was in charge of family support unit. They go bear me witness for say. Picking and the picking and the picking and the picking and the born picking the born picking and picking born picking. For men picking for letting come out as better motor man. So we get a very big social problem as alone. First, now the both informs and both single guys and all over the place they get picking. You see somebody come some picking they want people picking. They see husband near. So they picking the way they come. They grow up rejected, frustrated, with no hope for letting live a good life. So what happen is that they begin going at this small, they go a long bench, then small long bench. Now they begin for hatch their ideas there or how for do them batting them. It's a drug they go to crime. So then the most factors, the biggest factor is social problem. Then the other angle, the government don't serious for arrange this problem for attack this problem because one thing I don't see from governments, not to just SFP, even inside APC, government not let for come into the public, to the private people then for let them engage them, for let them get their ideas because they want for take the praise. And government, not all government, not experts in the day. Government they deal with people the outside. I would just say the ministers they wouldn't ministry. Most of them don't know nothing about drug abuse. How from Takula. Just minister, political appointment, you now for just sign documents and go to meetings, enjoy and so forth. People they want to expert them, and they expert them back. So they will not understand it because they know they do research, they know they communicate, they know they come to the people they will understand, they know they engage. But this don't bring more problem in this country. We make like now we don't get a boom inside this drug abuse. So government need for calm down. They get for calm down more. Call conferences of people that will understand more than here. Social problem, they probably are like a drug abuse. Call them and get ideas from them. And together we August and see how we go intervene for bring solutions to the problem. And the other side, the one way they bring the drug inside the country. I don't know if now Sabi then Sabi for for dodge or for balance, then checkpoint there. I'm not able to understand how they manage for one. What they do. And people they do drug. Not for people. How do man do drug? I know about drug business. How do man do them? Now people they get money because the drug they get money. So you get money for doing because na high stake and you get boku risk. Boku risk inside for let a brand come inside this country. So me back they say they want the back on the border, the police them, the the immigration them. They self get for coming up and do this work sincerely. I know they accuse all of them, but honestly, if you go to some border points and you go sit on the, make like say just one ordinary man, you observe how the borders they operate. You will see most border operators them, and they have people that would do the back in the airport, then to inside this country. Then they laws them, the laws that we government all over, the laws are not strong yet. You know, sometimes they will say that this one, they're France, they're America. When they catch up and drug, some money they get 100 years, 50 years, 60 years. Now, yeah, you see them. If I know they say so, the man would let fine and let just confiscate some of the property. The man will come back again. We don't get money, we don't keep it aside. In advanced countries, they don't just confiscate. Even the old way don't build, but we don't buy, but we don't get from that drug. All they go, then they give 100 years. 100 years, you know, come outside again. Now they go say they get 10 years. If this 10 years here suspended, or this 10 years of the game, it is happening concurrently. They get a big time they would use. So the laws are back not strong. The laws are because drugs are bad things. So for life better, you get forget hard laws them. They make the person afraid. Because if they catch him on this year, I don't go 50 years. We got case in I know they call him there. We got case in recently. Who the man go after 1 year, it then a trial. Then they release him very recently. Very recently they release him. Then go now, see guns. It's like here. They see guns, they see drugs, they see sexual passion. Then they say they see all kinds of weapons, all kind drugs. Well, we don't know how to manage them. But they can't go to the police, they can't go to sell, then they trial. After 1 year, you see this man back on the street of Freetown, they bounce. So me don't know how they can do them. I don't can't talk, accuse anybody. But to me, if you ask me, some evidence that that man will get against them, it be so overwhelming that that man don't go behind bars for the next 50 years. So these are the things. So people are afraid again. You say, well, but then go come go, I don't say I go ring my way out.
Right.
So
okay, continue inside the program. You know, like country Alphonsus, I listened to Fakir. They tell me about the community, the government, and the different other key players them into this security and sectors as well. And they tell me about one of the root cause now the fact say picking the born picking and they know they for take care of the picking them, they sit down on some side arranging things there and they cause them there. But you know, I know say you're a human rights defender. You not go likely look at how me want for put them so. But what do we see now? Right now we don't talk about 370 in just 2 districts where they don't die left na state, where now the government they beg them. But we see every other day the amount of young people when they walk to line for buy this thing in as much as they see waiting they happen to them company them, it alarming as well. The number we don't get affected, alarming. The one that we still they go inside for the first step, alarming. Waiting you really feel saying that the problem behind all of this? Because I don't see Alfonso, so you know say if I pass there and they shoot me, you go pass the back home. If you pass the something on, what do you feel saying that the problem with that?
I know they get some part. I missed some part of your question. I dropped a bit of it because the network in the break.
Okay, so if you get me, I'll ask you again.
Just summarize quickly.
Yes, if you get me, I'll ask you again. Abdulhassan Fakir, they talk about the root cause. They talk about the picking bomb picking, not they for take care of them picking them. That's not one. But me look and say, in as much as that could be one, the security sector, the government, all man get responsibility. But we find out say young people they still see 370 we don't die in a treat when a government they bury them. Plenty other people were still affected, but you see the number when they go in, when they go to line for buy this Kush, is still alarming. What do you feel saying that the problem?
I don't think so that because a number of people they die, they make other people, or because other people they die, make youth man go continue for take. And I can for bring come. Discussion the way they make law. Get a simple example. Mm-hmm. You go pass. You apply at the routes. Let's say from here to Makeni or to Bo, between Freetown and Waterloo, you meet a fatal accident. We don't care go 25 people their lives. That not they prevent people from traveling every now and then. The same vehicle will make people die. And similar vehicles people are still using this every day. So if you say because of the accident, people don't travel, and they travel for all different reasons. So not to the issue what they make. Say not to the accident they make, people there for not for go. What thing caused that accident? Now people there for understand. Now they for look at first. What thing caused that accident so that they go prevent that kind of accident. So what thing they make the Kush if they become so attractive to youth. Now in health officials, government officials need to identify and try to make sure they put up a cutoff point. It is not because 130 or 370 don't die, go make youth they not take the Kush. No. What if they attack the youth? What if they make youth get more time, young people and get more time for engage themselves in taking drugs? And I can always talk and say, this issue of drugs, it's not only today where the youth don't begin, but these two major political parties in this country contributed to the issue of drugs. APC and SLPP, to be more precise. In all the party offices, they get youth and they give drugs. Everybody know aware of that. When they give them drugs, they just in the party office, they take drugs. They're fully aware. So therefore know and therefore step up these two political parties to hold them responsible for the menace what they experience in this country right now on the issue of Kush. Both APC and SLPP get a responsibility. SLPP now they lead the governance system now in this country. Then they for step up more. APC as a political party institution need for also for do more for nipple the menace. So not because 370 don't die, you say youth and they still continue for go. That not they even prevent them from going. Now they drink. If they see company drink and drunk, you go for them die. You know they stop them from drinking. You know they stop them from drinking. The next thing they do is what if that person they drunk to that extent? Where go make you prevent other person if you drink and drunk, you know go reach to that kind of level. That now the approach and the team will forget for look at. Will for try for analyze, understand, and see how they address this issue of drug. It don't become like a cult. It don't become like an addiction. Just like how with people in this country don't become so addicted or like a cult between APC and SLPP. Even APC they do wrong. Nobody don't get the mind for tell the APC party say this is wrong. Even SLPP they do wrong. Nobody don't get the mind for tell the SLPP party say this is wrong. And so the same thing the youth don't take the issue of Kush and addiction. So we the people of this country get a responsibility for change our mindset, for let the stage so that we generations are yet unborn and the youth will be for tomorrow. We lay a foundation we go make when they grab, they continue for project this country in the future. We are not nationalistic. We don't try to look at what in the bring come as a single unit as Sierra Leoneans. We only ignore the national pledge. We only ignore the national anthem. We don't even care about our national symbols. We always care about ourselves, our political party, me, myself, and our party. And that is dangerous. That don't affect this country. And then they lead the youth them to a dangerous path. We need for change the trajectory. We really need for change the system.
Come with you inside Mira, waiting na you take.
I agree completely with what brother just say. Because you know, we tend for belief say we for like we party, not make no loyal to your party. There's nothing wrong with that. You go like your party, don't sacrifice for your party. But we for belief say we enter politics or political parties because of Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone have the bigger picture. So if you be inside party, then your party they do wrong, you silence, you refuse for talk. It means say you don't right to Sierra Leone. So that's make you enter politics. And not means when you talk against your party, means say you hate your party. If your party they do wrong there, you forget well, that's and the thing we want to focus on in Sierra Leone is we core values then. We want to make believe so we get value of integrity, of patriotism, of nationalism, things that way now you can't put first. So that's me if even your family do something wrong, you go condemn them because you like your country enough. But we so don't sacrifice for we party and so much that we were ready for die for party, we were ready for fight for party, we were ready for see party do wrong and blind eyes. Forgetting say whatever we they do in that country they at the end of the day it affects you self. So if your party they do wrong today, you set you up in the long run, it will affect you and your party members then. So forget the bold mind, forget the confidence for speak up what party they do wrong. They as I've also said if it's a system, you know they type politics. This is a democracy. Democracy and it give me power for me to speak. How would they put in that power? And I'm not telling the truth. What you want? Now call accountability. Then they go wrong. We will be bold for call them out. But understand why they be silent. We see how hard that they use the police against citizens. Then but there are times I understand. If Mrs. said this, I don't also argument talk. Let's be sincere. Put a man go find himself by them road or CID cell. When people speak up, they go after you. So even though I understand what they say, but let us see how the trajectory, what they happen out there. People are afraid to speak up. mostly because they're afraid for money to themselves. But in other aspects, again, some people, even before the same way that they've been put in a cell or old people, they've never been on to talk against governments. Either they're afraid or they, no, and now forbid that they're in bad books. Let us remember Sierra Leone. How can we become patriotic? We'll get mind for call people out. Applaud when good and do good. Applaud them. There's nothing wrong in doing that. But when they do bad, we're not afraid because tomorrow and really affects. Especially the poor one day we don't get money for travel out or for them begin and go medical outside the country. We have to think about that. We're afraid people and say, you're not adults. You don't educate her, you like your educator, you're not adults. Whether you feed you self, why do you afraid government say you're afraid for telling the truth, for saying what you ever do for the country? This is madness.
All right, let's continue for the way we still watch a program. We on Korea site and we are on YouTube and on Facebook. So make I ask, because we don't discuss the problem, let I ask Kuna the way out of this before we jump quick one to another thing. I think we've just put a solution. You know, I don't know, because at one point when this whole Kush begin, the government talk about setting up task force at some point. But when we can get a bigger picture of drugs now, we begin can get, you know, fingers the point directly to the first family, to government officials them. Then we see how the magigi, the spirit, the effort, the energy, the task force when they may set up, all of that, and they just sink. We don't hear much about them, except if I miss something, Alfonso. Please correct me before we move forward. I miss something on there? They based on that?
I think we really get for be sincere in the fight against drugs in Sierra Leone, or else we go it damage this country, and we are at the point of collapse because of drugs. And now you know, it's so disheartening for see that we still get information what they suggest of a wanted drug lord, even though they don't pass sentence, they don't pass judgments on that gentleman, they say it's still there around the first family. That's now one way I think say the SLPP-led government, they do a disservice to the people of this country. The second thing I also want to highlight before I really talk about the solutions, we see what happen now with neighboring country, very close to we, Nasalo, we than Guinea, where they say we own ambassador, we own diplomat who was sent na Guinea, he involved on drugs. He really want to create a diplomatic backlash between we and Guinea now with neighbors, they now with brothers and sisters. And but God will have it. We see we diplomats come back. Would anticipate say the government for take at least some step for let people and see say then they strive for fight against the issue of drugs. What you will see that the same person where they repatriate, we come back to their country within the SLPP party, a contest for national election, and he win and he did inside the national executive of a ruling party in this country where things say with the fight against drugs. So they give you a lot of things the way they look, say they become they get doubts whether the government is for fight against drugs or government they aid and abet the issue of drugs in this country. And while I mean government, I'm talking about the SLPP-led government. This I'm not referring now to because inside government you see get opposition members. They are part of the government because they're in the parliament. But I'm talking about in this context, which I don't just analyze the two key things that I don't just raise. It they show say the SLPP as a party, they condone the issue of drugs. Where I think say the SLPP not for do that kind of thing. A civilized party to that kind of level. Will this kind of thing happen for somebody? The first thing therefore don't do, therefore initiate a legal action. Let a court can prove that gentleman say he not be involved and he innocent. Then it will continue for contest on elections, clean slates. But nothing will happen, nobody know every, and it just go into elections. It don't suggest say because they will only accuse somebody, they will only say this person is guilty if you don't go through the due process of law. As of now, now an accused, now allegations. So the Guinean government don't allege say with diplomats be involved in drug issues. The encounter in this country, government not say nothing, not even nothing, not even going through trial. We will not go talk say the Guinean they lie. We will not go talk say they talk true. But the fact that government not do anything, but they create an opportunity where you go into a national executive and win the national election, they suggest to me that the Sierra Leone People's Party not prepare enough for fight the issue of drugs. And so, if you have a profound solution, the first solution is how will they hold political parties accountable on the use, the transfer, the consumption and use of drugs in this country. So I think that the first point of entry now political parties, and when I'm talking about political parties, I'm specifically referring to SLPP and APC. These are the two parties who don't control the governance system in this country, and that they hold bulk majority parts that they get strong, according to them, that they get strongholds in this country. And the areas where they see this drug issue, now areas where they control, western area, western rural, they get a lot of support. And they tell you, say, this thing don't become so dangerous. And I think it's not only western rural or western urban. Other regions, other districts where this thing happen, but it not become so alarming as we did in the seats of power, where they vote safe and so. So people need to forget a lot of data, a lot of information in other districts. So I think in the first place, for address this issue, the political parties, they need for step up, for say no to drugs. If you want to give youth, young man, something, go buy beer, buy stout, no give and pega, no give and kush, no give and jamba, no give and cocaine. That's the first thing the political parties for do. Then they buy Jack Daniels, then they buy Blue Label, and they drink them. They give their youth them for go out for and cause havoc. That's one. Political parties for be accountable and take steps for address the issue of drugs. The second thing is the law enforcement agencies, where the anti-drug units by within the Sierra Leone police, they need for give them more support. Support in the sense, let me tell you, if you look why the government say that they pay anti-corruption commission high money, they say because they're not influence them for corrupt. So, if policeman when they fight against drugs, that drug cartel man, he get money, brah, me go arrest that man for goat, I don't meet out Kush. That man pull for me, I don't see dollar. He pull one 20 bundle, one like $2,000, brah. As a police officer, when they receive 1,000 euros, there's no way they arrest that man for crime go. And they take that 2,000 and say, brah, now that they make the issue of Kush and drugs, they escalate. And I go tell you sincerely, I witnessed one scene at McKinney. Now one filling station one ago, they go arrest somebody. Purport they say the person now they do issues on drugs. And not be no still be drug issue. I see the man they say let him come, let go inside the man say no they go inside the police motorcar. Instead let the man they go. It's in the drive. He goes inside your motorcar. He drive conveniently go. Now I turn to one bobo they ask now. Now say what's in the gun? Now I say now that man can for car arrest so that they do Kush drug business now in filling station. So imagine somebody they go police they go for go arrest her. Say we want you. He say no, they go inside your motorcar. Now don't drive go. In the go inside your motorcar. It goes careful. And they tell you how much protection, how powerful these people then can be when they control drugs in this country. And that is dangerous. And so for change the trajectory, support the anti-drugs units, give them more resources so that the one with the counter, that supplier, and they expect say the police will not hold that kind of person because when you left that kind of person, then they reflect to the one the way they go arrest you right now, go carry them go to court because a bit they take Kush, he can't go to court, they go sentence her. It's so unfair. It's so unfair on the end users, not to the responsible. Now the one with the brand can end for whole, send them life imprisonment. Then you go begin saying signal. Therefore, change the dynamics as to whether the user and whether the counter. Then prison terms it will be different. You ain't counter they give life imprisonment. There need for be a law, a dynamics of change of the law. You want the consumer, then go rehabilitate. They send in a rehabilitation center so that you go change and transform. You know, continue for user. But if we begin punish you with the user, the one with the counter, and they counter more and more, and they continue for get more money and influence the situation. So I think Parliament needs for step up, and even with the citizens, we also need for perhaps you don't know wait until police come, Parliament pass law. We all are members of this country. If you see other person in Peking, it's just like when you talk say if you get grass house, like community, you see neighbor house they burn with a grass house. You see don't say no to you. You know they go help them for hot fire. Breeze blow, you host the cage. So what would they do? Love will all join together for fight this issue of Kush when you see no say a community, somebody they sell am, no go out publicly, meet some authority and tell them say that particular side they sell drugs, they sell kush, una go there.
But Alphonsus, now you just now Alphonsus, I beg for coming time. You just not don't tell me say even when they go for arrest them people here, so then they inspect the policeman and say now go and the guy can't be anywhere. So a lot of people afraid say if they go if me go talk to just now this the deal crucial, then come for arrest them. Say be careful with that guy they lay complaint. It's possible because they give them money where they make them they compromise everything. That they endanger people in the community.
Of course, and that make a talk say the first say they for empower the anti-drug units because they get the resources, the support, the manpower. You hear me? It don't go compromise the situation, and then also get for make sure they protect the issue of just like how people that go make report to anti-corruption commission for alleged corruption issues where they protect their identity. I think so. That some of them can see, but those are the basics. I think they
for the way to inside.
Will be better off.
Okay, so that comes to Abdulhassan Faki. Abdulhassan Faki, if I can remember fine one, the issue of the ambassador to Guinea, where Alphonsus make reference to, the issue of this alleged drug wanted, for Europe, where they alleged say they're in the country, where they alleged say close to the first family, where they alleged say don't get speaking now inside the country. Inside the first family. Now, think this way you don't ever agree to. At this point, you don't feel now say yes, we need for take action on this particular issue, or you still feel say all of that and then just and Boku talk no
more. Well, me honestly, my job training. It tell me say for any allegation, I forget the facts. And my sister, Auntie Miradum, to do with me this morning, and even Alfonso, instead of social activist, human rights activist, Auntie Miranda, a policewoman of high ranking and high standing. We're training that they will say, you forget evidence. I don't ever say like that's not this alone. I say, I'm not saying it. And nobody can tell me say it don't see. Now that number already say. I say it's possible to say a day, but if it hides it, I say well, it will hide or will not say it. And they say don't want to with how they call the woman the in Gagging. We don't know that one day back. We don't know. Because nobody no or if someone don't want picking, no can tell you say I don't want picking for that man. So allegations they come every day, and the other area we talk about this ambassador back the cabinet today. I'm glad the way Alfonso talk that allegation. If we don't glad the break can a court. The break can a court. They want to always be involved in a diplomatic problem. They will go with that cocaine and push inside Guinea, Conakry. They don't bring them all, or something they call Alpha Bar or so forth. They don't bring them all, carry them on a court. Both try them inside Guinea, try them inside Salome. For whatever reason, nobody knows about it. We would make they not try the today. Who know? I always tell you this. Some information in the way you don't get, then you don't go talk about them. We don't know why they not try them, but if you ask me, the real process of law never don't take place. The due process don't take place because there has been an accusation. They make a difference in the cultures of people. Them. If they be with man, so it is force. It is appeal for them come on a court. Let go clear name. But yeah, we don't know. Yeah, man, we don't know if you do them. We don't know if you not do them. But if they don't come on a court, then go try and the court go either find them guilty. Or if I'm innocent. But honestly, like what Alfonso said, I agree to that. And for like get that accusation on my head, they can't contest for political office. To me, if you look at it's not very good for your image. And it's not good for the country image based on the allegations that we put against in team that with the relief of duties. If I mean at the kind of say no, let them try me first. Let them try me, let prove me innocence. But here, with integrity, and also, I mean, the integrity of we Nayara, like kind of more Alfonso take this now. We patriotism, with integrity, we not so care much about them. Now fear of we stick with neck out for fight cases them. because of integrity. Where there is somebody who can pin money before you say, no, I don't want. And they pursue this matter because this matter a border on Sierra Leone. This matter a border on the people of Sierra Leone. So if I'm not going to compromise them. Some man, they compromise anything. Some man, they compromise anything. You know, care really. In conscience don't die. So this is the situation we find this country into. We're not very easy. So if you ask me, even the laws they wouldn't make, they can make them. I get it. I feel if I'm not saying upon this drug in the country, I'm for bringing the car for you. Then the Drug Abuse Act. I get it. Let's see the amount of law, the high fine for look. If they catch you, and they say go jail you, they will confiscate the property, pull you host and hand, carry go so, give you 50 years of jail. If you catch the person back with the seller, the person that's what they go do, and the person with the store, and that's what they go do, and the person with the consumer, and that's what they go do. But we know they see them. You know, even like we are supposed to say, the one with the consumer, they forget to rehabilitate them. No, instead of commit a crime. Honestly, they commit a crime. For they go take drug with they don't ban, not ban substance. You forget the willpower for say no. You don't get any exemption. For let you take and say, no, because me, if I take Kush or I take Tramadol or I take ecstasy, or where they catch me no more, they go say, let them carry me go to one place, they go rehabilitate me. If yourself don't constitute a crime by buying it and drinking it or smoking it, now crime you don't commit or sniffing it. So we get beaucoup loopholes in there, and we get tight. The integrity, integrity. They too much at stake. People do not get integrity for pursue issues them to a logical conclusion. Would they compromise issues them too much as alone? If you ask me, would they compromise too much?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, power. They know the people the way they do it here, so they sabi them. But like kind of more, I force to tell you, some man then they pay policeman 1.5 million, 2 million leons. Hey, bo, if that policeman they go put before him $5,000. It begin by half of sending picking overseas. It begin by that half of go buy land. Where nobody ever thinks they go ever buy land. So even the motivation, the incentives and what they keep putting in this country, not commensurate to some people in jobs.
Yeah.
That underlying factor where they become very, very corrupt. For small money, we're not corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
So government look at things and do beaucoup reforms.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Abdullah. Now come to you, Mia. Mia, what are you on take into consideration Alfonso's, Assam Faki, your own perspective, and what do you feel say could be as well the solution out of all of them things there?
Yeah, see, Alfonso give example of the former ambassador, but forget for I like say even with the man in first appearance where he return a salon, he get high profile security. But this is security. Imagine you, they don't pull you come out from a country, pull position from you because of a drug allegation. Then you reach your country where if a day under investigation of the police and you will seen, you go pray with police and they guard you highly. That is suspicious in itself.
A hero.
That's not. Yes, exactly. It's like a hero. So that's suspicious in itself. And then we look at the case and they don't accuse high-profile people then we connected to the government. All the things that happen, if you don't account we care about yourself, or not to lie they lie and they allow investigation for proving ourselves say this not lie they lie. But each time when they accuse anybody related to this administration, you see say they do nothing after they die. But the opposition member, or na possible they get against them, when they write against them or talk against them, they will find a cell or CID or end up at them by road. That is the truth. We don't tell with the sittings them, we don't call them by their name. Let's call a spade a spade. This administration don't blunder in many things. And what they pay me the name, and then they feel remorse or even sorry for the wrongs that they do. Because when I say this stay away, my family members that they do. I mean, they for represent the people then the youth they want to take care of the people they die. Then you forget human hearts for one get for do with the constitution they for protect people then. When I get constitutional obligations. When I get someone gets human rights obligations for protect people then. That's just an aside, you can say. But you talk about say waiting for be done. Okay, then before I go to waiting for be done, Mr. I talk about police in the pay them well, so they might take money. That is an aside. Even if we really look at the case them way you say them bribe police or them pass drugs. So me not believe in much of that day. Because if the police in a border area, then allegedly the ambassador they pass with drug. I go break her, give me ambassador. So you don't go give me money. Oh. These are senior officers where mostly the way politics in a salon, anytime a big man they pass, no they start say, you ever seen them break ambassador or minister for such in Motuka? So they do that. So we don't believe saying that police said that they bribe police them for when they pass case. No, I don't believe that because of the government and senior government people and the inside the drug dealing now make it a bokusu at the country because police they take bribe for when they pass through. We don't believe that. Agree say they pay the police well. Agree say police might be tempted, but once na high profile people involved, just no say not some police they bribe at all. Then secondly, talk about say. Not sure if the police say why the second starts for talk say if how the smugglers that they pass with the drugs, you know. Hey, let me say something, make people understand that Salem police is one of the best trained institutions in that country. I can say it with authority. Salem police are well trained, educated, they know their job. The only thing that affects their performance is politics. I can tell you, say most of the officers so say that when they get position, they don't send them over 4, 5 to 10 countries where they don't train them in everything. They know they work at the choku where they do with social crimes, where involve drugs, then train them. Once they are trained, the only barrier they get from the reform where they don't train them are those politics. The one where they're in control are the problems of that country. So when it comes with law enforcement and with leaders, then get problems to the police. You want the leaders now? You come from the police to take how do you call them? The IB take instruction from the powers that be. So that's when I get to the problem. Now let's go to how can we resolve this issue? Problem we not ask for at all. He compliments so the former Minister of Internal Affairs, Mr. Paulo Conte. Remember the time we be there around where we get an issue in the force. You see how he clamped on that issue, the way they go and choke them gang issue them, they go and oh, that's not the real issue back. Maybe don't belong Boku. I'm robbery now that they go and shoot themselves and everything. The rest of issue there within few months. This issue of Kush can be resolved if the government really intend for doing. Couldn't go do one. So don't start earlier where I start the discussion. Two-tone approach. Meaning say they forget policy or a mechanism for the victims then. Because I not agree with what Mr. Faki say the victim and themselves now suspects. I not agree. Because it's not about abuse, not mental health issue. Yes, I agree, say go buy and force, but why you go buy them? Why you go take them? Most people they go through so much things, them, they're not able to help them, they suffer. So just like I say, this is what I take them, it will help me from forget what's coming problem, and able to take care of my wife, and I'm able to take care of my picking. If you want to go college and able to pay college fees, then you go or through peer pressure. So I'm not agree say they're not suspects. They are victims. So we need a victim-centered approach mechanism for address them. How it can be. Make them ensure they get if they can that's why they don't go sell, they don't go sell like Kebit outing, how they call it Kellyton. When we get them also in build before they sell them or they feel other side, make the healing center. Healing centers for Kush them. Then they get an operation where they go get at them. But they have to be careful. They're going to go fling them. Then their life not better. Then go die. We go and clear them at the streets one by one. Then they all bring them come to a healing center or health center where the Ministry of Health for coordinate with all other international bodies and going to assist. I've seen it being done before in the past. And that's UNDP and others who will help for fund them. Then they just start the project, to develop a project, and reach out for help, they will receive help. Then get the centers, them, bring the victims inside there, and show them they come and say them treat them. Treat them with whatever needed to be treated, and can do research on them. Ministry of Health can reach out internationally to seek help for that. And show when they come out, they not just return them back home. Find job for them, it's possible. Enroll them somewhere, and get themselves engaged for take care of themselves. That's what I will say for be the response for the victims, them, the Kush victims. Them. Then let's go now to and for be done by the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, the mayor in office, and international bodies that were interested in such issues. Them. They won't go to the perpetrators. Them. This can do with the drug agency, the Salem police, and we have to encourage whistleblowing. They don't start. They pay people and people they talk. They empathize them, feel the pain of the man when they die at sea. So me talk. Why they stop? I'm not looking to that. Because either they do nothing or they target them after that. So it's fearful. So one, but how can it even be done? Because something they say they for empower the drug agency. No, they are already empowered. They are empowered with the authority and forget. They are empowered with the law. We're getting in that position today, but they are not interested in that issue. They're not interested in that. If you say the picture of Bolejos, what do you see there? The head of the agency there. So tell me, what can they be? What are they going to do? If you're not the head of drug agency, then you the biggest drug baron at the world, what are you doing in that position? It's a sober government, trust me. If also can there and then, they can't attack the other guy. But no, he's still there, and it's like when you get the Queen of England, you get the Prime Minister. The Queen of England are just a ceremonial head. Whilst the Prime Minister and the real head, they do the work and everything. This man just did it, they know that just for the namesake, that happened here. Get the title, he's not doing the job. That's the fact. But if they do the job, it will be a shame that this is the happen in the country. You have not done anything. They die, culture they flow, and then you saying that the boss. It's a disgrace. So when you be boss of a drug agency, nothing can be done, nothing has been done ever, and it's still being done like that, and you're seen with a drug baron where they're the most wanted man in Europe. So trust me, we believe say the government is not serious about addressing this issue. They're not serious, but they're serious one and not get a boss where the head agency where they collaborate or work with a drug baron. That is one. And secondly, they're not serious about it. They just they continue to get data no more and say, yeah, you have for feds. I had the president say that one day that anything to do with money business, he had for feds. Trust me, the police and the drug agency, if they're serious about it, they can handle it. They can handle it. And the people are willing for give support, for whistleblowers, for a short say they support them. But they have to have the mind or be interested in that.
Thank you very much. Alfonso, Slack come to you for wrap up quickly. In 2 minutes, what do you want for left with me?
Huh?
In 2 minutes, what do you want left with me?
What do I left? Make the government let follow the Nigerian tactics. You know, Nigerian government, when they be hold chancellor, where he goes, they protect her. But when they don't find way for make them let the government not get bad name, they know how they do before they say they don't hold chancellor. If they fair way for go. Now that same way they say for do way for make that drug lord way allegedly did in this country as a first family. Let's say let them tactically get away out to say not to will now something make it creates an opportunity, a space. By the time you go sometimes you go get an by the time you remember, we're not to will. You don't free yourself. You don't save your country. You don't save your image. You don't save your future for this country. So I think we all get for transform. APC, SMPP will not stop for give youth man drugs. Not to drugs they make them for make them go ginger up. For go fight for now. The time don't pass. Elections, not to war. Now just for election, but do go represent we. Lord do them peacefully. And Lord move on as a nation. And Lord respect the national symbols.
Thank you very much, Alfonso, Mira, and Abdulhassan Faki for your time with me inside the program this morning. We appreciate you so much, and we wish you a very good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I'm not alone. Everybody can so back.
I'm not killing cats or possibly tell me say no hello. Well, let God email.
So God.
Anyway, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Look, me like I all don't swear. Saturday morning.
Okay, I'll be later.
All right, now thank you. Get well soon. All right, one for appreciate you so much for not taking nothing for joining the program. You will watch the program, don't forget for like and share. And thanks to the producer, we bring this program come to you. We get this program this morning. My name is Mpox, Freedom Fighter. To meet again some other beautiful time. God bless you.